Get focused, get noticed, move forward, you know it, Robin. Get focused, get noticed, move forward, you know it, Robin. Get focused, get noticed, move forward, you can see. Watch where she take them, full of inspiration, get your daily motivation. Get focused, get noticed, move forward, you know it, Robin. Focused, get noticed, move forward, you know it, Robin. Focused, get noticed, move forward, you can see. Watch where she take them, full of inspiration, get your daily motivation. Robin. Focused, get noticed.
What's up, everybody? This is your girl, Robin Shockley, with Focus Forward Robin. I am on the go today in the studio of 106liveradio.com. You never know where I'm going to be. And I've got some amazing things to talk about. We have some exciting things happening here in the community of 106 Live Radio, and I'm so glad to be a part of it. You guys make sure that you tune in to the YouTube channel for 106 Live Radio. Make sure you tune in to Focus Forward Robin, and you can follow me, and I'm going to tell you a little bit what's going on. We got a great guest that's going to be coming on soon, but there's some things that I've got going on in the community. I'm really excited because this is just a new network and an avenue that I'm able to use for services to help other people and build brands, because y'all know I'm all about helping build people. So I am part of two magazines, Heat Seekers, which is out of Atlanta, Georgia, with Teresa B. Howell, and also Pain to Purpose, Tangi Roseboro, out of Gaffney, South Carolina. As well as I'm starting my own magazine called Swift Mag, which is a single women in focus magazine. So a lot of things are going on with your girl, Robin Shockley. And I'm an ambassador for the Sports Karate Museum. Just to let you guys know that I'm going to be in Houston, Texas coming up this weekend. I am going to be at the Celebrity Roast. There's going to be celebrity martial artists that I'm going to be interviewing, and I'm going to be in that room working it. You know what I mean? Also, I am also an ambassador with a nonprofit called Come On In Incorporated. Now, this is with Dr. John Williams out of Colorado, and he is like my brother from another mother. Let me tell you, we do everything together, and we are going to be presenting some awards in Houston, Texas with the Extraordinary People Awards, and I cannot wait to make that connection and see him and his lovely wife again. And today we have a special guest that is going to be on the show, and I cannot wait to introduce him. Sir Markadoo, he is going to be coming on this show to talk about so many things. He is going to talk about his history. He's going to talk about his pit story, and he's going to talk about the purpose of it and how an entrepreneur needs to flow, how God ordered it for us to flow. And you want to make sure you share with us, okay? Now, this is so important. You want to know about an event coming up here with 106liveradio.com. We are looking for vendors coming up December the 3rd. If you follow my page or if you follow the radio station's page, you will know we've got a family fun event coming on. We're celebrating 9 years, guys. 9 years. How exciting is that? Make sure, it's very important, that you follow us on YouTube and our social media platforms on Instagram and Facebook to connect, and because we got great shows, and including your girl, Focus Forward Robin. So y'all stay tuned. We're going to come right back right after this break, and we're going to dig in with my guest, Sir Markadoo Haggins. This happened really, really fast.
106liveradio.com. Call us now at 404-464-8785. 106liveradio.com. Call us now at 404-464-8785.
Who is ready to be in the 106 Live Radio studio with your girl, Robin Shockley, who's on fire with interviews in the community? Tune in to Focus Forward with Robin Shockley, broadcasting live from Atlanta, Georgia, on the first and third Sunday from 3 to 4 p.m. here on 106liveradio.com. Robin Shockley is on all social media platforms. Reach out to her at booking@robinshockley.com. If you're in the Atlanta, Georgia area or would like to join her virtually, connect with her. Connect with her now to lock in your interview dates. Now I present to you Robin Shockley.
All right, guys, I'm so excited to be in the room today. Thank you so much for joining us here at 106liveradio.com. We are having an amazing guest on the show today. I have none other than the economic evangelist in the room with me, Sir Markadoo Haggins.
Hey, thank you, Robin. Thank you.
I am so glad to meet
God.
you again.
Again, yeah.
Yes, we met each other last year. We were at an event. You came as a vendor.
Yes.
I came as a publicist working with the World Women Conference and Awards. And you came in the room and you just like showed out. You said, listen, I make money and I can show you how. And that's all you said.
Yes,
and I was
basically,
like,
yeah.
okay.
The nutshell.
And then we met the next day.
I think I also talked about the molestation and stuff too. I think that
night.
That's what grabbed you, I think.
Yes, because he had a story, and everybody knows I'm all about it to purpose.
Yeah.
So
because we did the interview with you right after that, like a day or so, a day.
It was the next day, right before I went back to Greenville, South Carolina.
It's amazing.
And we went to your warehouse.
Yep.
Yeah.
Took
so
a tour.
We're gonna talk about that. So let's talk about right now about your life, where you're at today.
Yes.
And the things that's going on in your life.
Well, I'm over at Heavenly Body Products. I started this company 29 years ago. So I'm over here at the Heavenly Body Products International at 2571 Park Central Boulevard in Decatur, Georgia. And also I'm the creator of ChronicKiller.com. And that is starting to take off like crazy. You know, I mean, we haven't even put it on steroids yet, because when we do that, it's going to be like, we're not even going to be able to handle the business anymore. We have to be creative and slow things down to speed things up. I'm looking to write a couple more books.
All right.
From Tragedy to Triumph. That's coming out soon. And then people have from success to significance. That's another one that I'm working on, because everybody has struggles and setbacks.
Wow.
But we're going to show you how to be significant and successful at the same time.
All right, we're going to have to break this down and do another show.
Yeah, and that's what really where we're at right now in Atlanta. We're doing our thing, so I just encourage people to come on by and
you know
visit.
what was interesting is because how I got connected, because every now and then I'll send you a message or you'll send me a message, but you had something going on and you text me and I was like, or you tagged me in something, I'm not sure. And I was like, this is the perfect person to be the first guest on my show, because he's got such a high energy. He is like doing things. He is literally a serial entrepreneur.
I love God's people. Yeah,
yes,
crazy.
he does. I love that. He says, I love God's people. And that is so amazing. But you have a story, and I want to kind of dig a little deep if I have permission, because I know that you're very open and you're transparent.
Absolutely.
And so, because your whole purpose is, you said, love
to save lives, people, God's people's lives, man.
And
lives. You have to. They
can't
can't do it by themselves. Somebody got to do it.
That's right.
Somebody did it for us.
That's right. So let's go back to your childhood years and stuff, because first of all, you knew that there was some kind of entrepreneurship in you as a child, because you were working as a child.
Absolutely.
But your life wasn't always happy-go-lucky. Tell us a little bit about your history.
Well, I grew up in pretty awkward household, and we used to go. My mother used to drink and all that stuff. So they would go drink with their buddies, but she had to take us with the young ones with her.
Okay.
Later on, I found out why, because all my brothers, they were running amok up in the house. So, but announced to my mother, a girl was there, and she started grooming me. She was older than me. She started grooming me, and I didn't realize it. And she took my virginity at 8.
How old?
8 years old.
8
Yeah, it was tough. And I And it wasn't like, I wasn't like one of them households that, you just say something. It's scary, because I didn't want
It
nobody
was
to get.
confusing. You
Yeah.
didn't understand it, and this probably, I'm not familiar as much in this world, but I'm sure it happens more commonly than people think.
Yes,
You
it
know?
really is. One out of
Because-
4. I mean, you run the numbers. I mean, it's bad.
Wow.
It's real bad
Wow.
out here. I mean, a kid is getting molested every day. I mean, 1 out of 4. I mean, it's
And
crazy.
it's happening with,
Yeah.
relatives and babysitters, and
That's why you got to be,
Yeah.
especially what happened with me, even within the, I hate to say it, but the truth is the truth. My mother, she would harbor me too as
Yeah.
a baby, as a kid,
Yeah.
and so she would bring us in the room, so they would lay us on the couch, and
Yeah.
but I watched my mother go, have sex,
Right.
and it was scary. I
Wow.
mean, it is what it is. I mean, because that's why I tell parents all the time, be careful about what you do when you have your children in the same room. You think
Yeah.
they sleeping, they'll wake up, and you are all into what you into. And all the kid can do
And
is look like they
they're
sleep. They go,
watching.
yeah, they're watching, listening, hearing, and that's not fair. That's not right. A kid
because
doesn't
it messes with the child's mind
right away.
So that's what happened with you.
Yeah.
It messed with your mind.
But it was easier to accept, I think,
Mhm.
because it was a girl, and I
Okay.
seen my mother go through it.
Okay.
Go through that things, and
Mhm.
and so when I told my mother I didn't want to go back
Okay.
there, I'm a young kid. Say,
Yeah.
Mom, I don't want to go back. I knew she was going over there. I'm like, I don't want to go. With my mother, she was,
Yeah.
a strong rug rat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So she, you don't mess with my mother. I watched my mother smack grown men
Yeah.
in her face
Okay.
and say,
All
I
right.
dare you to hit me back, I'll kill you, you'll be dead by the morning.
Mhm.
So you got fear of a woman. My mother, I was fearing her too. So that was a determinant factor.
So did it get you to a place of the instant? Because you said that it grew on you, just became. How long did this go on?
That went on for a couple good years.
Wow.
Yeah, I was about 10, probably 11.
Yeah.
And then I started being molested by my uncle. And so that's when it was really messy,
Yeah.
and, that's when, that lasted a couple of years. And I told him, don't touch me no more, because, I'm going to tell my family. He already knew what that meant.
Were you a teenager at
I was
that time?
13 by that time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he wanted me to perform some other acts, and I said, no.
Mhm.
I said, no. But then that's when I, not too shortly after that, that's when I was going to commit suicide, because I just didn't know what I was going to deal with. So let's talk
about that. You came to, because there's a lot of people that I'm in touch with that they don't speak about it. And this is Domestic Violence Awareness Month in October. So it fits so perfect that we are actually talking about this, because a lot of things go on in the neighborhoods, in the homes, in the community.
And you're supposed to talk about it.
No.
And that's a lie from hell.
It is. It
is. Yeah, you got to be a soldier, and your life can't be at stake. Your life is at stake, because you don't never know what's going to happen.
Yes. And there's so many people, because I'm new to TikTok, and so I'm on TikTok, and I'm seeing videos of people posting on TikTok, and they're talking about depression and sad. They're crying out for help, and they're getting all these views. And in my mind, I'm sitting there thinking, but is anybody helping them?
Yeah.
So
well, that's where we come in. I mean, we'll talk more as in the show, but it's very important to make sure I put this in perspective now, because I don't want to leave it right here, because you talking about verbal abuse is just as deadly, because that's long lasting. Yes. You can whoop somebody or shoot somebody or cut somebody and they'll heal. Yeah. But when it hits the mind, my mother, God bless her soul and everything, but people need to know what things can be. Could you imagine what's going on behind closed doors? My mother would tell my brother, thank God she was telling my brothers. She said it to me once or twice, but she said, I should have flushed your ass down the toilet when I had a chance. Wow. And that's when I was going to take my life, right there. I said, okay, the molestation, you don't want me here. Okay, let's do this, And
so everything piled up. It messed with your mind and your emotions.
Yeah, it was time.
And at that time, you didn't have anybody in your life that you felt like you could turn
No. I mean, because I didn't start talking about this again until I was 52. So, it took a long time for it to play. And then by that time, I already been married 5 times, by the time I got help.
Okay, we're gonna slow down, because we're going to get to that.
Yeah.
Because, because a lot of things that happens in our childhood,
Yeah,
we
direct.
take it into our marriage.
Definitely.
You know?
I'm in full with trauma prevention and stuff now, so I'm good. My mind is better.
And see, but a lot of people, they don't deal with
No.
issues. They don't get help. Or
No, they don't.
They don't seek counsel or anything, and they think they can just fix it, or either they can push it under the rug and it'll just go away.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't, because it just causes more trouble.
They'll stockpile on you
It
too.
will too, and then your residue will pass on to your children
and your relationships.
And
your relationship, big time. The relationship with you first. And how you interact even with God. That relationship interferes with the relationship with God first. Then the family, then, so you dealing with the head first, which is God. And you haven't been able, because of the things that happened to you, I wasn't able to connect, but thank God I had a connection. That's what people got to understand. When you're dealing with any kind of trauma, the only way out is God. And I mean a relationship with God, not somebody telling you or pastor or nothing like that. You have to know God for yourself, and that will calm the bleeding
how
down.
Did you hear about God or know?
Yeah, my father used to bring me down here. My grandmother used to pray for me. I've been coming to Atlanta since I was probably 3. Okay. And so I'm from Boston. I'm from the inner city. So any city, it doesn't matter. But my father would come and get me, and he would always say to me, every time he talked to me, like I go to bed, the last thing he'd say to me before I go to bed, the last thing he'd say before I hang up the phone, was that he loved me and that one day I'm going to change the world. Wow. And that was enough. Get me to hold on. Yeah, well, I held on to that.
See, the thing, there is power of life and death. I'll tell you, when I was growing up, look at that. Oh my God, he's got chills, y'all. Look at that.
Man, my father, man, God bless his soul.
See, that's precious, because when I was growing up, my mother, now I'm a judge of pageants and stuff like that, but I never was into the beauty queen thing and all that. But my mother told me when I was young, it was that one word, that seed that she put me, she said, you can be anything you want to be, Robin. You can be Miss America if you want to be. And you know what? Because she said, even though I didn't care to do it, I probably could have been if I pursued it and I wanted to. Just because she believed in me and thought it and said it, it made me have confidence
to hold on to
something. That, not to be Miss America, but I could be something. I could be anything.
Yeah, right.
And I feel like the things that I'm doing today has to contribute to the things that she said
absolutely.
during that time. So it's very important to make sure parents and grandparents that you speak into those children, speak life into them and surround them with positivity and keep them protected. Watch who you let your children stay with. That's very key. Even
talk to and stuff like that is tough. I mean, because kids they hate their parents because they won't let them be free. I'm going through that with my children. So the thing is, I was strict with my kids. But none of my kids are dope fiends. Thank God they didn't go through the crack. They didn't go through, because I told them I'll kill you. If I catch you, if I find out that you out there in them streets messing around with that stuff like I was, I'm coming after you. And that scared the dog shit out of them. They didn't want to.
Because you didn't want them to go through the things that you went through.
Heavens no.
Yeah, because you knew how bad it was.
And I knew how I was as a father. And they knew that my words had power.
So how old were you when you first started doing drugs?
Probably 10. My brother, I caught them smoking weed. And I said, I'm telling Mom. They've been my big brother. They cornered me, got me, and they said, you going to smoke some of this. You ain't going to tell Mom nothing.
Oh, my God. So they tricked you pretty much and pulled you in.
They made me do it. And I didn't touch it again probably for another couple of years. And then I was a full-fledged weed smoker at the age of 12.
Okay.
Playing ball, didn't matter. I mean, I was just...
Because you play basketball.
I play basketball.
Yeah.
And those sports is the only thing that really saved my life. The sports.
Okay. Wow. This is really, really exciting. And so there's so much, because I want to talk about, we're going to take a brief break, but when we come back, I want to dig into a little bit more about the drugs, because the fact that you were into the drugs and now you're an entrepreneur that has something to do with to help
the cover. That's right, the cover. That's it.
So that's interesting.
We're going to talk about that. I can't wait.
We're going to dig in deep some more. So y'all stay tuned. We'll be right back.
LiveRadio.com. Call us now at 404-464-8785. Broadcasting live from Atlanta while serving the entire globe. It's the fastest growing radio on the web. It's 106liveradio.com.
Hi, I'm Danica Patrick. Watching my nieces grow, play, and learn is amazing, but not every child gets to be carefree. 1 in 6 kids in the U.S. are hungry. This breaks my heart, and it's something that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and gives it to families in need. To help, visit feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Join us for the In-Studio Content Creation Day, Saturday, November 19th from 12 to 6 p.m. Hosted by Breezy and Cece from Cece's World. Sessions include audio and video production, social media holiday content, and on-air interviewing. Early bird special is $249 if paid by November 15th. Don't forget, that's a value of $599. For more information, please go to www.106liveradio.com or email us at admin@106liveradio.com.
Do you want to earn a certificate in cybersecurity, customer relationship management, religious studies, or digital entertainment, esports, and game development? Well, it's not too late. Atlanta Metropolitan State College can help you earn your certificate with only 6 classes. Next session starts October 3rd. Apply today at www.atlm.edu.
To some, a baby's babbling doesn't mean much, but it does, especially if there's no babbling at all. Little to no babbling by 12 months or later is just one of the possible signs of autism in children. Learn more at autismspeaks.org. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
In the U.S. today, 2.7 million people have glaucoma. So what is glaucoma, and am I at risk? Glaucoma is a group of diseases that can damage the optic nerve and, if left untreated, can lead to vision loss and blindness. This genetic disease can affect anyone of African or Mexican descent 40 years of age and older. So make sure to schedule a comprehensive dilated eye exam every 1 to 2 years to combat this disease. And keep yourself protected today.
This message is sponsored by the Bienvenido Project in the Dominican Republic. To donate, please visit thebienvenidoproject.com. That again is thebienvenidoproject.com.
Do you have a business that you'd like to promote? Or maybe you just want to sponsor the show and keep the good vibes going. If you would like to, the information is up on the screen. You can find us at www.106liveradio.com, or you can give us a call, 404-689-5483.
.106liveradio.com, Atlanta. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and be sure to tell everyone else about 106liveradio.com. Download the 106 Live Radio app from your Google Play Store, or find us on the TuneIn app.
Get focused, get noticed, move forward, you know it by then. Focused, get noticed, move forward.
Hey guys, we are back on the show with Focus Forward Robin here at 106liveradio.com, and I am so excited to be in the room. We have our special guest, Sir Markadoo Haggins, and let's talk about some more stuff. This man has dropped a bunch of stuff, a lot of information, talks about with domestic violence in the home and, you know, being molested, starting in drugs, being pressured to do drugs at age 10. And he has been through a lot of stuff in his lifetime. And, you know, and he also talked about how he has built his company and the things that he's doing. But I want to go back to when you talked about you were a teenager, because if there's anybody actually listening in and you want to call in and ask him some questions, personally, or if you want to ask him some questions about the business, you can reach us at 1-404-464-8785. You can call in and ask questions. But sir, let's talk about you as a teenager. So you went through the times of experimenting with drugs. You were playing ball. You said sports is what kept you from losing it. And so did you go through depression during that time?
All the time since I was a kid.
Wow.
Depression is early. You catch depression at 3-4 years old.
Okay, let's explain to us what depression is to you and how it affected your life.
Well, first of all, personally, I come from a rat. It seems like a rat infested household. So things are passed down early. So you're hearing people swear at each other, calling each other names, things. That's traumatizing to a kid. If you are a child and you come from a decent background and you're good, it's none of that, and you go to somebody's house and you hear all that stuff, you'll say, I don't want to go back over there. I don't want to go back over there. You see? So it attacks you at a young age. Most people, if you do deal with reality, you know when you was young, you was going through it. So being molested, trauma from 8 to 13, trauma. So, smoking weed and stuff like drinking, I was already doing that stuff when I was a kid because there was always liquor around my house. So I was drinking at a very young age.
Yeah, so you wasn't protected or guarded from it. It was like an open environment for you.
Yeah.
It was just a common thing in the household, and that's how it was.
You just roll with it. You just born into it, you're raising into it. So just go with the flow. Yeah. And that's it. That's all you can do. You can't do nothing.
This is real talk, y'all. This is real talk because, a lot of things, what we said earlier, it goes behind in the closed doors that nothing happens in the home and everything is supposed to be just hunky-dory and all looking well, and you're just going through motions and it's just the way it is.
And it just backfires on you. It backfires on you and you start claiming stuff, you being guilty for stuff that you didn't even do. You're mad at the world.
So then you said that your father has spoken to you about the Lord, about God.
Yeah.
And so at an early age, you did learn about God and who God was.
Yes.
And so you knew in your mind that he was real and you knew he was out there. So, and you had sports involved. So when was it that, when did you start shifting your life, so to speak, to the good, to the positive?
That's a good one. I think there's a gap there. So once I started playing basketball, and I played basketball through high school. Okay. So that stuff kept me sane because something I was terrible at, I became an expert at. Okay. And I was real good. Okay. I was in Dr. J or Michael Jordan, but I was good enough for people to take me real serious, to be on the starting five. Okay. So I knew I didn't play second string. Okay. So I got through that through high school, but ended up going to college. My uncle that molested me was the one that talked me into going to college. He literally was begging me to go to college. Okay. And I said, I don't need to do that. I can sell drugs and do this and that. I'll be all right. He said, no, you got to go to school. And I went and I graduated, came out about a year. But probably right after that, not too far after that, after I graduated, I became a full-fledged crackhead.
Really?
Yeah, so I was, it was a quiet. No, I got out of college. Okay. Then I started floating. I was gonna go to another higher education, to a full-fledged 4-year program, and I didn't do it. Okay. And when I didn't do it, I turned back to the streets. Oh. Yeah, wow. And that's when all the crazy lifestyle started happening.
Opportunities
had a couple of kids in the middle. Okay. But 8 years of that, then that's when, like around 32, 33, that's when it started. I was living up in Massachusetts. I had custody of both the kids. Okay. And I was still at it.
Okay. But were you married? Did you?
No, I was not married at the time.
At that time, okay.
And that was the first wife. Okay. So I finally had a kid. I was like maybe an hour away from the inner city.
Okay.
But she wanted the kids back.
Okay.
I ended up quitting crack and everything on my birthday. I was 33 years old. I stopped that day, and I stopped drinking the next day, and I stopped smoking cigarettes, and that was it. You know, and
since then, you said how old were you?
I was 33 years old. I'm 62 now.
Wow.
So that was a long time. And
Yeah.
but I came down, I got off the drugs, came south. And I said, okay, you know, I've been coming to South all my life. I got to get out of here. Yeah. And I did. And I moved to Charlotte.
Okay.
For 30 days.
All right.
And it just wasn't my world. And I moved here.
Really?
Yeah. And I started working.
So how did you, so you transitioned from, I guess, Boston?
Yeah.
Okay, to Charlotte. So when you moved there, so you just you didn't have a job or anything?
I didn't have a job. I was a hustler anyway. So I was trying to make some things happen. But the bus line where my brother was staying, it was just too far away. Okay. And I said, I can't live like this. Okay. He was like in an extended stay or something.
Yeah, okay. Because a lot of people today, because I drive for Uber part-time, and a lot of people, they live there. And that's the whole point of you being on the show, is because to hear your stories and how you come out of it. Yeah. We're going to get to a point in a few moments as we get on in the show of knowing how to get answers for our life and to find out what our purpose is. Yes. You transitioned from Charlotte and you said, I can't live like this. You had to set your mind straight. Yeah. Okay. So
we're going to talk about that.
Yeah. So you had to set your mind straight.
Yes. The mindset.
Yes.
I had to shift it because if I didn't, go ahead.
What took you there though?
Well, I was free from drugs then. And so I knew I could sell anything. Okay. It didn't matter. I just needed to get out of Charlotte, and I came to Atlanta. And like I said, 6 months after that, I was working for that 6 months, but I ended up selling T-shirts. Okay. So I'll tell anybody, if you want to get unstuck, sell something. Sell something you like to sell. Find something that you like to sell, and your life will change. Okay. It'll just change. You just don't spend the money. Save it, let it accumulate.
But what if you're a hustler and you're trying to make ends meet and you got it?
You got to have 3 or 4 streams of income.
Okay, see, that's key.
I mean, that's it.
Key. So you got to use that creativity that God gives us. It's inside of us.
It's a shift that has to take place. You got to get it. If you stay in the same lane that you're in, and you don't shift over to the right lane or the left lane to get from that car that's in front of you, you're going to get stuck in that lane. Yeah. And when you do, then the belief systems kick in. And you're starting to believe what you're doing. And that there's something right with it. And then you realize at some point you're not even making ends meet because you're not a realist. You're not dealing with the fact that you need 3 or 4 streams of income. Yeah. So you're gonna be a vagabond. Yeah. You're gonna be in poverty the rest of your life if you don't do the multiple streams. Yeah. So then after that, the mindset, you got that belief system. Okay. Then is the ego. Okay. So you really now. You're really not living a life of reality. You're living a real lie because now the ego got to do something because you're broke, disgusted, and can't be trusted. Okay. Busted, disgusted, and can't be trusted.
Busted, disgusted, and can't be trusted.
A broke person is you got to really be careful when you're around broke people, because their mind is even worse. Yeah. The mind, they got a broke mentality.
That poverty.
That poverty mentality. You can't shake it because you ain't making no money. You can't shake poverty. If you ain't making money, you'll never shake it. Yeah. You got to be creative.
So you decided to get your mindset right.
Yes.
And you decided to get from Charlotte to
Atlanta.
So what happened when you transitioned to Atlanta?
Well, I worked that job. Okay. For 6 months, and I finally met somebody that could do a little artwork, and I asked my aunt, does she know somebody that can print T-shirts? I printed me a couple of dozen T-shirts.
What was your T-shirts?
It said, "God is awesome. Thank you, Jesus," was the first one. Yeah. Just words. Thank you, and I was selling them like hotcakes.
Really? Because you the hustler. You the original. You are. So Markadoo was the original hustler, y'all. Yeah.
I have the heart of a hustler. Yeah. You got to have that.
Yeah.
If you don't have the heart of a hustler, you ain't no hustling.
That's right.
I'm trying to tell you.
I agree with you on that for sure. So you started selling
T-shirts.
So then what was the next
And
step?
then I went into socks. And
Really?
Yeah, I sold a lot of socks.
Really?
I sold so many socks. You think nobody could sell that many socks. And then I went right into the body oils. I didn't know what I was doing then. I bought a couple of pounds, and it wasn't even something people really liked that much, even though I sold a little bit. But then the more people started asking me for different designs, I started getting them. And it started to work. It started to... and that was it.
Okay, so what made you, T-shirts, socks, body oils. So how did all this come into play? What did you do to invest in yourself to learn to even think like that?
I had already did that when I was 10.
Okay,
I was an entrepreneur at 10 years old.
Let's talk about that. I remember
I sold candy. I sold picky sticks. I mean, I shoveled snow. I put my neighbor's garbage out, took the cans back.
See, I always talk to people when I do the interviews. I always say, or when I'm coaching, I say, go back to your childhood. What is it that you like to do when you were a child? Because you can bring that into your adult life.
You have to.
In business.
You have to, or you have to develop something else.
And everybody has a gift within. It's more than just a talent.
I was making more money than my mother at the age of 13.
Wow.
Selling.
Wow.
I was selling all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Anything.
You were doing it all. Yes. Okay.
I'll roll it.
Okay. Yeah. So now at this time, when you're in Atlanta, you're getting established, you're selling T-shirts, you're hustling with the T-shirts, the socks, the body oils.
Yeah.
Now we have a company that has been established called Heavenly.
Back then it was Renaissance Production Enterprises and Ministries, and it ended up changing a couple of years later to Heavenly Body Products.
Okay.
But listen, a year to about a year and a half on the street, I was already making $10,000 a month within a year and a half.
Doing what?
So T-shirts, socks, oils.
Wow.
I was rolling.
Wow.
Some months, 15,000.
So how did you build your team?
I didn't have no team. It was a one-man band. I was getting it.
Okay.
I was getting it.
He's educating you.
I didn't even have a car when I started.
You didn't have a car? So
I was walking on the foot, taking buses.
Oh my God.
I had a duffel bag out of flipping T-shirts around the corner. Holding T-shirts up, yelling at cars. Tell them T-shirts, get your T-shirts in. Thank you, Jesus.
Okay, so, wow. You know what? Has anybody ever told you you should have a documentary wrote about you?
Yeah, there's somebody going to do it now. They're out of California.
You need to get that. I got some connections for you.
Yeah.
I'm connected to in the media a lot. So I got some people I'm going to send your way.
That'd be crazy.
Don't just choose anybody.
No, that's why it took me a long time to do it.
That's right, because you want to make sure it's the right person that's going to present the right message of your story.
Yeah, it's going to be a blockbuster.
Yeah, because this is amazing. I love it. I love it. So, okay, so we now have the Heavenly Body product.
Yes.
So tell us what all that entails.
Okay, before I even opened up that bill, I was already at home. I was mixing up lotions, bubble bath, all that stuff too. So that's my line started to grow. Then it grew into shea butter, black soap, sage, and burners, diffusers, just things that women love.
Okay, talk about the women.
Women, man,
so you
it made me rich.
You told us you've been through 5 marriages.
Yeah.
And do you think you've gone through 5 marriages because of everything that you've been through?
Yes. Listen, when I got the therapy and the help that I needed, then I began to love myself. And I realized, so it's been, some years now, so I'm woman free for probably almost 5 years now. So I know what it's like to be with myself and take myself to dinner. I take myself on dates. I do what I want to do it. And and I'm not. When I choose that one, she's gonna be. That's the one right there. Because I was being chosen. I didn't know what I was doing. But
and see, that's good, because the thing is that you're out here doing your business, living your life, loving yourself, making impact in other people's business, building this company, having people work underneath you and such. And when that woman is for you, it's going to connect.
Oh,
and I truly believe too with relations. This isn't a relationship segment, but I truly believe I mean, I do believe in people knowing it right off the bat. And then I do believe it takes process too. It just depends on the couple. So I guess whoever's for you, you will know it's for you.
That's true and not true. I mean, it just depends on what, it's your, like I said, it's your mindset. In your belief systems. Okay. So if you got a lot of belief systems. You believe that, a woman have to have this or that, or and this and that. And men gotta do this and that. So
you put too many rules in
your beliefs in there.
Yeah.
I educate people too. And when I write that book, My 5 Wives, that's going to be a blockbuster as well. Okay. Because I'm going to be showing people, especially young people, you have to be totally engulfed with yourself first. You got to know who you are and why you are. You have to build, I tell these young folk, you have to build a relationship with God and yourself. Yes. And when that happens, when you meet certain people, that you can tell if somebody's up to your standards or not. Because while you're young, you create standards. Become what do you call it? When you don't have sex anymore. You don't have sex anymore. You abstinent. Yeah. So I tell people, become abstinent for at least a year. Yeah. Then you'll realize a year you'll be in a habit and say, man, I like this stuff. You'll meet some. You'll realize the quality of another person. Yeah. As you're moving along.
Yeah, and that's the thing. We're getting off.
But it's cool.
But it's good because everybody thinks these days, because I'm in the music industry as far as, as being a PR, and everybody is all about sex. Sales.
Sex and drugs.
Sex and drugs. And it's not about that in relationships. It's so much more than just sex. Intimacy is not just sex. It's building that bond, that communication. Exactly. Your souls connect. Exactly. Your minds connect. Exactly. You're on the same levels.
Yes.
And so you both have vision, and you might not have the same dreams, but you both have the same vision of going in that same direction to get somewhere.
But the opposite of that, if you do not pay attention, you're going to end up not even experiencing the good. You're so busy having sex that you can't even allow yourself to see someone of value and look at them and say, I'm not having no sex with nobody. No, I need to see who you are. Yeah. And I can't see you if I'm all over you.
I love it. He's so real and so raw. So this is so good, guys. Okay, so now let's talk about, because we only have a few minutes left, but I want to talk about, because you used to do the weed, you sold the weed, and you cut it out. Yeah. But you created something that has to do with weed, not necessarily of selling the weed, but something. Tell us about that.
Okay, that product was brought along because of Blunt Power. Okay. And I gave them a shameless plug right there. But this company, I knew the owner, but people, our oils and stuff was so close to the air freshener that was on the market. That I ended up developing the product. But it was the product was to make your house smell good, make your car smell good, make your environment, your office, everything smell good. It was, I played on the words so that I can capture most of the weed smokers. It needed to be in
and what's the word called?
ChronicKiller.com. We keep the hood smelling good.
I love it.
But it kills all chronic odors.
I love it, guys. And you know what? I need to talk to him about this because, like I said, I drive part-time for Uber, and I have all kinds of people get in my car and smells and everything and such. And he gave me some before, and I loved it because it was really, it does kill it. It does kill it, guys.
Yeah, it does good. It's a great product, and it's a great brand. Yeah. This brand is getting ready to take off like a rocket. Okay. So if you're serious about making any kind of money, especially this was developed for my brothers, the ex-convicts. Okay. The ex-prostitutes, ex-gangbangers, ex-drug dealers. This is a great product because it's legal, and as the weed and stuff is starting to get legal around the world, this is going to be
to kill that smell.
It's going to, but the money that is attached to this is incredible, and I'm now getting ready to start doing some sponsored ads to show people that this works.
Okay, so this is what. How can people come to your warehouse
Yep.
to sell, and how can they find you online to order it or
Yep.
become a distributor?
Okay, come on over to the warehouse first. We'll take you on a tour of the whole plant so you can see what we do over there. And that's 2571 Park Central Boulevard in Decatur, Georgia, 30035. And just come on down. Or you give us a call at 404-286-6700. We just encourage you to go on our website at heavenlybodyproducts.com with an S, heavenlybodyproducts.com. And then also chronickiller.com, which is KRONIC, then killer, KILLER.com. And baby, come on and become a distributor with our company. We're going to show you something. The youth and young adults, here we come. Samoa, there's another thing. Strong Young Minds of America. Watch out. We're coming.
All right. And he has this book he's fixing to rewrite.
Economic Evangelism.
This book has a lot of knowledge in here, nuggets in here. I mean,
come get you one. Cause I ain't got that many left. I'm going to rewrite it. Mm-hmm. But man, I'll tell you, just go the Amazon. Yeah. I think you got it on Amazon. Just go and get Amazon. You get a copy of it. But
okay, so people want to contact you. You're on social media.
Yeah, I'm on social. Sir Markadoo, SIRMARKADOO. That's on all the platforms, right? Or they can call me direct. I like people call me direct. I don't care, because sometimes when I do a show like this, I get somebody that really wants to take over a territory. Yeah. And so I teach them and show them how to dominate. We're talking 5-6 figures a year. You can call me direct, 404-578-3549. That's 404-578-3549.
Well, I am so excited that you came. It was on the show. It's such a pleasure to see you again. I'm excited. I told y'all this guy is full of so much energy. And guys, if you want to make this connection, this is definitely an investment that you want to know about, learn about, and grow about with Sir Markadoo Haggins. We're going to take a brief break and we'll be right back. Stay tuned. Please share. Share this video. Share this interview. This is knowledge right here. We'll be back.
106liveradio.com. Call us now at 404-464-8785. 106liveradio.com. Call us now at 404-464-8785. 106liveradio.com. Call us now at 404-464-8785.
Broadcasting live from Atlanta while serving the entire globe. It's the fastest growing radio on the web. It's 106liveradio.com.
Do you want to earn a certification in cybersecurity, customer relationship management, religious studies, or digital entertainment, esports, and game development? Well, it's not too late. Atlanta Metro State College can help you earn your certification with only 6 classes. Next session starts October 3rd. Apply at www.atlm.edu.
Bald Nation Rocks Against Cancer presents their annual charity fundraiser, Cancer Warriors Fashion Extravaganza and Brunch, held at the Green Magnolia Event Hall located at 4371 Marietta Street, Powder Springs, Georgia, on Sunday, October 9th from 2 to 5 p.m. Presenting at this year's event, Miss Monica Kaufman-Pearson, Dr. Tanasha Gray of 106 Live Radio, and jazz artist LaTanya Sugarlip Shields. Brunch starts at $45 per person and $85 per couple. For more information, visit Eventbrite and enter Bald Nation Rocks Against Cancer. Vendors and cancer survivors can email vnrac2020@gmail.com.
Ow! Did you know over 2,000 eye injuries occur on the job site every day, and about 1 in 10 of them require missed work days to recover? Of the total amount of work-related eye injuries, 10 to 20% will cause temporary or permanent vision loss in affected employees. And while many people think that eye injuries primarily occur in manufacturing, construction, or trade jobs, Nearly 40% of work-related eye injuries occur in offices, healthcare facilities, laboratories, and similar environments. Flying objects, tools, particles, chemicals, and harmful radiation are the causes of most eye injuries, and in many cases, implementing safe work practices and utilizing appropriate personal protective equipment could prevent them entirely. We here at GTG Traffic Signals believes something as simple as putting on a pair of safety glasses can prevent serious eye injuries. These injuries are painful, cause many lost workdays, and sometimes lead to permanent vision loss. This message is sponsored by GTG Traffic Signals located in Marietta, Georgia, reminding you today and year-round, remember to wear your safety glasses.
Have you ever wanted to learn how to become a board operator? Well, now is your chance. Join 106 Live Radio for their hybrid training days. These are 6 90-minute sessions, both online and in studio. Training sessions include board operation, basic audio production, and promotional content. For more information, visit 106liveradio.com or reach out to them at admin@106liveradio.com. 106 Live Radio, where excitement meets diversity 24/7. 106 Live Radio's 9th anniversary celebration is coming. Join us on Saturday, December 3rd from 12 to 6 p.m. in the Metro Fun Center parking lot. And we're calling all vendors. If you're a vendor, then there is a vendor spot available for you. You will receive a 10-minute on-air promo, audio promotion, a business showcase, and so much more. To add to the fun, there'll be a 3-on-3 basketball tournament, raffles, games, prizes, and live entertainment. This is an event you don't want to miss. 106 Live Radio, where excitement meets diversity 24/7.
Now? All right, guys, welcome back to the Focus Forward with Robin show, where you think, believe, and achieve a thing from pit to purpose. We had an amazing show with Sir Markadoo, and I just wanted to let you know, make sure you download the app, 106 Live Radio. It is free, guys, and it shows all kinds of music shows. Stay tuned because we have an amazing show coming up next, and you do not want to miss it. Thank you so much for staying in tune with me, and until next time, remember, always choose to focus forward. All right. Okay, so